Hello everyone. Hang on, let me make sure all my audio is good and not messed up. Okay. So. Ah, shit. Oh god. Here we go again. Well, hello everyone. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good one. This week kinda sucks. Kind of to not many people's surprise. To not many people's surprise, I think, the resource drive event has some problems immediately at launch. I was looking forward to it, except I was like, this sounds cool, but I know it's gonna be broken. And whoop-de-fucking-do, it's broken. So, like, the problem immediately, you see right at the... We started off the problem with... I cannot... Okay. I cannot... I can't get missions. You can get missions, but they're, like, shared with everybody on the server. And it is insane. So that's fun. So currently I think the best bet for this event, even though they tried to make it as multi-layered as possible, it has issues. Supply or Die had issues. But not like this. And it's kind of a regression in terms of what problems they have. And I, was very frustrated, let's say.
Okay, back for another job, that's great. Our corp appreciates you and all that stuff. Just try to get it done ASAP, okay? Great, thanks.
And I will say, I did get the tier 2 reward for our corp, and that's it. And I wanted to do everything, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I want to get at least the tier 2 rewards for everybody. Also, let's actually look, because wow, okay. This is a thing to talk about, right? But yeah, so the problem I have with this is that the missions being shared, there is a reason you would do it, because there's only so much space and there's only going to be so many missions available. That I think is a thing that technically is a thing. What happened to my Star Lancer?
Your insurance claim has been sent.
I think I crashed, actually. I think that's what happened.
Thank you. Please visit us again.
So that's fun. Oh geez. Okay, so we just gotta run around for a hot second here. But yeah, the mission thing is literally the biggest thing. For one thing, okay. And again, yeah, so the idea of we only have so many missions, or potentially we only want there to be so many missions active at a time, I don't know. There's maybe some logic to it, but it doesn't make sense for what the game is. There's no queues at the fucking admin terminals, but at the freight elevators, on the, I believe it's they're supposed to be giving you a mission to go to an outpost, not funneling everybody in at the same outpost, and that's a bug. But I don't know, dude. I can't say 100% if this was a thing on PTU, but I believe the freight elevators being broken was a thing on PTU, and it was a thing last time 6 months ago, so it's like, maybe it's broken in a different way that is fair to, maybe, I don't know, but like, you look at this event and you're like all of this stuff is busted, and some of it seems extremely, like it was extremely avoidable, and what the fuck is CIG doing? And I wish I could tell you, I wish I could give you a better answer, than, like, because, like, the only thing is, like, they just don't learn? Is, like, I mean, like, like, what other, like, where is the proof to the contrary? Right? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, then they do have proof. There is proof that they learn from their mistakes, but at the same time, like, and again, like, there's another argument to be made that, like, oh, they want to get all of the data. They want to know how things break, so the next time they do this, that it does, but, like, that's fair because it's an alpha and whatever. Except that, honestly, like, if you, like, everybody has to go through that intro mission. And, everybody has to go through it, which, like, I don't know. If some people are going to be like, okay, this entire event is completely useless. I don't give a shit. I'm going to try and do something else. Except that, put my handy-dandy helmet on, and if I look at my contracts, and I mean, like, what's offered here is not necessarily offered everywhere, but oh yeah, there are mercenary missions that should be popping up. There should be a mercenary tab, and there's nothing. And also, yeah, if you want, so, like, you have to refresh this list in order to try and get some missions, and you have to be fast. And you don't have to click, like, spam click, but, you know, it's a thing. So yeah, like, they need to, like, rework the entire mission system clearly, or if not rework it, they have to make it so it actually functions semi-decently for the scale and the size of the game they have. Because if they took away, if we were looking at, if the intro mission wasn't there and there was just the 8 or 9 or 10 missions just always available to you, then it would still be the same problem with the missions getting taken immediately and not refreshing fast enough. And there would also still be the problem with the freight elevators. It wouldn't fix anything. So, you know, like, well, actually, I don't know. In all fairness, I don't know. But yeah, so, like, there's things they need to learn. They gotta learn. Okay, and sorry. The main thing, I think, it's an alpha. There's gonna be bugs. They're gonna suck. It's going to be hard. Sometimes you're just not gonna want to play the game because the bugs are so bad. Depending on what kind of person, what kind of experience you're looking for out of Star Citizen Alpha, out of the Star Citizen Alpha. When you, CIG, combine the buggy alpha that's broken, sometimes maybe or maybe not in predictable ways, and put on this time-limited, this sort of stress of, hey, this is a time-limited event, you're not going to be able to get all these rewards, then, you know, like, it creates stress, it creates anxiety with people, and it gets people frustrated. And, like, people get angry at the game, people get angry at you, the developer. And, like, I don't, like, this, I mean, it's not even a, oh, they should have anticipated this has happened. And like, and I do think that as a big part of the problem that I have with it is that, yeah, the communication is not great. The communication really ain't super great. The only thing I can do is fashion. So, forgive me. But, yeah. So, like, just flat out the idea of, you know, oh, I'm gonna have to rush for this, and it's also kind of an indeterminate amount of time. We know that the event is going to go until 4.3 releases, and I don't know when that is. Is it going to be in August? Is it going to be in September? I don't know. I don't know at all. Change my clothes in my hanger so I can do the thing. I will say that also, so mining is probably, because those 4 events, or those 4 missions, are the ones that are that I most consistently see. The hey, just turn in reward, or turn in resources you get, I don't care how you get them. Hey, turn in and then the hauling contracts. And the hauling contracts are borked because you aren't going to be able to get them. Or because the freight elevators are kind of a, you know, are a gamble if they actually work. And these, like, the turn in resources is just mining. I've heard, I haven't actually seen it myself. The bounty missions that used to have a bunch of resources with them, they now only have, they do give corundum, tungsten, and copper, I believe, but it's only one SCU instead of multiple SCU of it, so it's not going to be, you're not gonna get enough to be, it's not gonna be worth your time. Frankly, I don't even think the mining's worth your time. Oh my god. And Star Citizen crashed. Okay. Well, it was a little crash, and I came back right where I was, so that's something. What was I saying? Stress and anxiety and frustration with the event, blah blah blah. I will say, I do like the archetypes of the recovery missions. I like the well, all of the recovery missions, the space missions and the ground missions. I mean, frankly, I think it'd be really nice if sorry. Did I get... It was just... Oh, I didn't get that much tungsten, that's okay. These... Okay. See how much we have here. It's not a lot. But there's a bunch of other materials we also can go and sell at some point. Anyway. I really like the concept of them. The ground FPS missions probably would be... It is nice, okay? It is nice that they exist at the bunker locations. And actually, I don't really have a problem with that at all. The only problem I have is that, like, well, they're not really designed to incentivize group gameplay, but to most effectively do them, they're going to have to be group gameplay. Because you need somebody... I mean, I guess it doesn't need to be, but like... let's say I take my Star Lancer and my friend takes the Nursa, or a ground vehicle, destroys the turrets, and I park closer to the, to the bunker so I can pick up all the stuff faster. That is a fine idea. But at the same time, it's not going to be worth it for two people to do that. And the small one is also kind of... You would think the small one is like, oh, yeah, if you're going to be a solo player, if you're going to do it solo, do that one, right? Well, like, it's also kind of the same... A little bit of the same boat, because it's like... Oh, you have to move 5 SCU of cargo, but... Like, okay, well, you get a ship that... We'll just get a ground cargo vehicle, and just transport the stuff, without having to land close by. Well, the largest capacity is 4 SCU, with the, Argo... CSV? The CSV, I think. Probably? I don't know, it doesn't matter. So you have to make 2 trips. Unless you do the 2-person thing. But at that point, it's really not worth it, because it's just like, yeah. I think the best... I think the best way to do the event, and hopefully they change the mission spawning and rate and refresh and everything to make it a bit more, convenient. So, yeah. So, hopefully that happens, and they, the large recovery missions, the large space recovery missions, literally, like, get somebody in a ship. It doesn't necessarily matter what it is exactly, but have them draw away all of the enemy fighters. And, one guy jettisons out, and they, board the ship and take it over. Or they board the cargo ship and fly it to the location. You could do it solo, but it also involves, like, claiming your ship every time, which, you know, maybe you could, like, I have a Pisces and a medical Pisces, and you can just flip-flop those, in between and have, you know, like, the medical Pisces, I think, has a slightly different SCM speed, which would mean that, when you need to jump out is going to be slightly different, but that's not that big of a deal. And even then, that's, like, not even a huge deal, but, you know, like, you could do it solo, and you could get 100, over 100 SCU for the event, you know, per mission. With 2 people, I think it would be a little bit more efficient. And, yeah. And you can just destroy the ships. That is also totally, you know, plausible. It's just, it is going to take a little bit more time. But yeah, so, like, overall, I mean, I don't know, I saw, like, I don't know, I'm tired. I was upset. I was very upset. Just the fact that this is, like, this should not have happened. The amount of, like, frustration I've felt for this event so far is just ridiculous. Like, it's the first patch or it's the first day. It was the first few days of the patch. And I mean, to some degree, that's to be expected. But this is a completely new thing that just seems like something that should not be happening at all. And yeah, it is also like really funny, and it funny in a sad, tragic way that, like, you know, they have the video talking about the thing, and they're like, nope, no bottlenecks. And it's like, well, okay, nope, no bottlenecks, and then there are bottlenecks, and then there's, like, you know, a bunch of things, and then there's also, oh, we'll be playing along right alongside you, and guess what? I can't remember your name. The developer who specifically said that. Oh my god. I know he's Kawaku. I haven't seen Kawaku say anything like, oh shit, this is busted. It'd be nice to hear that, just for the, you know, affirmation that you are in fact playing along and seeing that this is broken. Because he also responds pretty normally to stuff. I don't know, there's an element of everything there, but yeah. And, like, it's the weekend, and they don't usually respond on the weekend, which is kind of like, ugh. But yeah. It is sad. It is unfortunate that this is just the state that I have to expect. Like, honestly, there is genuinely an element of this year, you know, we're coming up on 2/3 of the way through the year. Sorry. We're coming up on 2/3 of the way through the year, and it's just like, okay, let's be real, I've played more Star Citizen this year, but I have been more frustrated with Star Citizen this year. Which is kind of impressive. Can I not parkour on... Huh, interesting. I just about want to leave it here because I don't want to do all the cargo hauling. And I don't know, I mean, this episode is all about the resource drive. Oh, and I really hope I did make that cut when so I paused the recording and I brought it back up, but I left, like, probably a minute of black screen before I realized I could just pause the thing. Anyway, the drive totals. So for one thing, I do like this. I do genuinely like this. I mean, this isn't going to be a thing for every event. And, yeah, it's not going to be a thing for every event. And, you know, but I think it's really interesting. So they did say what the reward is, and I honestly wonder how many people actually how many people actually know that there's a reward. And I want to know how many people... how many people actually know, how many people read the page, how many watched the video. I'd love to know that information. Versus how many people are just... I mean, how many are doing it for the lore, doing it for the reward, doing it, you know, just based off of the looks. You know, because here's the thing. A 5% discount at the landing zone and the Lagrange Point, and I think also Pyro Stanton Gateway, although, there are only two choices. there are only two practical choices here, and that is Hurston and ArcCorp. Because Hurston and ArcCorp have a good selection of vehicles, of ships for sale. And, yeah. Microtech might have your favorite... Microtech or Crusader might have your favorite component or your favorite outfit or something, but, like, from the perspective of a lot of people, like, I would say ArcCorp probably makes a little bit more sense because of the amount of components that ArcCorp and Bikini Point has. I don't know. Again, I'm thinking, like, practically speaking, that ArcCorp and Hurston Dynamics are the only two choice. Frankly, the only thing I really care about in terms of that is that the 890 gets a discount. So, and as far as that goes, it does, as long as if Hurston gets it, then yeah, that's the thing. If ArcCorp gets it, then yeah, it's a thing because it's available at both. Now, that being said, they can literally just go and change that at any time. They could just say, "Oh, you know what? ArcCorp doesn't get a ship dealer. Now Crusader does." And now Crusader's the only place with a ship dealer for some reason. They could do that. Oh god, they could do that. It wouldn't make any sense to, but I could also see them doing it because, oh my god. But yeah, so I'm gonna fight for ArcCorp. I'm gonna try. Like, I do want to get all the rewards. I do want to. I do kind of want ArcCorp to win. But again, as long as it's ArcCorp or Hurston, so we have the discount on the ships. And to be 100% clear, I saw somebody say, "Oh, they didn't actually say that they were going to discount ships." Technically speaking, they did not explicitly say they were going to discount ships. They did say that everything at the landing zone was going to be discounted. There are no exceptions, which would extremely imply that there are going to be ships that get the discount. But they could also probably weasel their way out of it if they absolutely had to. But at that point, then I would be convinced that CIG just does not want people to like them. But I could also see them. I could 100% believe that they don't want people to like them. Wicklow? Oh my god. I don't know how much I've mentioned about Wicklow, but, like, dude, Wicklow, like, now you, it used to be the random chance. The random chance arguably was not that bad. For a reason, okay? It was bad. I don't want to grind for however long to not have a guaranteed chance that I want to do something. That to get a reward that I either don't care about or have already gotten 5 times. Potentially. The current thing is that, yeah, they're deterministic. They all have their own special, rewards. But, like, whoever the fuck is designing these missions is just a complete sadist. Because, like, there were some ships that you could do solo. All you needed to do was get the script and the Ace Interceptor helmets. Now it's the script, the Ace Interceptor helmets, well, the favors. But, you know. Yeah, but it's, but yeah, you could do it solo. Now, I mean, technically you could do Stormbreaker solo. Technically you could do the Hathor stuff solo. The Hathor stuff more practically so, but even then, most of the stuff, I believe, requires Stormbreaker. And that's like, it's not just more expensive, it is the difference between a solo player being able to get a ship that is designed for potentially a solo player And the difference between them being able to get it and not. And it's insane. And the more insane thing, genuinely the thing that people should be fucking raging the fuck over, is the fact that they just took the Guardian out of the list, and there's no way to get the Guardian in game now. There is zero way to get the Guardian in game now. They had a way, and they took it, and they've taken it away. Why? I don't fucking know. Like, yeah. And the whole thing about, like, people are pissed. I think genuinely people are pissed that this is a thing. That, like, we're pissed that, you know, like, the only way you could get, you know, some of these ships was by, doing this, by going through Wicklow. And now, like, it's not just, oh, you can only get the Guardian through Wicklow. It's, no, you can't get the Guardian anymore. Fuck you. You need to pay real money. And, like, that is the message they're sending, whether they know it or not. And, I mean, do they even care? Is kind of kind of my question. Because, like, why? Why would you do this? Like, what? Like, explain to me why the Guardian is not on the Wicklow list. Explain to me why the Guardian isn't available to purchase in stores as well. Like, yeah. Because, like, yeah, because it's genuinely like, what the fuck? Because, like, yeah, I don't know, dude. There is an element, a serious element of, they're thinking they're incentivizing things, and maybe some people do get incentivized, like, hey, yeah, I'll go check this thing out. It's, oh, I can get a Guardian? Yeah, I kind of want a Guardian. I'll go and check this thing out. There are people like me who are like, I don't care. I am not doing this. It doesn't matter what incentive you give me. It's not happening. And, you know, so, like, I just can't, I'm not going to, I can't get a group together to run Stormbreaker. I can't get a group together to, you know, do Hathor. If there were the social tools, then maybe it wouldn't be as big of a deal, but even then, I mean, still, fundamentally, it's a problem. Like, I need to be able to say, hey, I want to go and get, like, I think I mentioned before, but I think there should be a fast and frantic way to get something, and a slow and steady way to get something. Oh no. Oh, also shit, let's see. 579. 618. Cool. Alright, that actually worked. I did see somewhere that was broken, so, eh. I'm gonna try and grind some more stuff out. I think I was saying something. Oh yeah, these are all the mercenary missions I'm seeing. I'm not seeing... I did see the 890 mission pop up. I saw a bunch of other missions pop up, but just... they're not popping up because this entire mission system is borked. And, like, it feels to me like they're not paying attention. It feels to me like things are happening and they don't know, and they're not responding. That's not the case. That is not the case. They are doing something. There are people working on this right now as I record, and, well, hopefully they have it fixed by... well, I mean, I can hope that they have it fixed by tomorrow, relative to when I'm recording this. But, yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And yeah, they need to, like, this is bullshit. They gotta figure out this is bullshit. They got to figure out a better way to do this, because this is sad. And like, I wanted to be excited about this. I'm not excited about this. And I just, yeah, like, I don't know. It's just a vibe. It's just a vibe of the year. But I wish things were better. And they're not.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Yeah.
Has been sent.
God, it's a shorter episode, but it's also the kind of length I'd want. Yeah, like, and I swear to you that if I keep pressing this, eventually you'll see at least some missions change here. Hopefully. I'm trying to think what else is there. Oh, yep, we lost a mission. Somebody took it. Yeah, I don't know what to say besides I am hopeful that you know, like, they'll have it fixed. Like, I think I'm going to be able to grind out all the factions. If they don't make any sweeping changes to the SCU amounts, if they don't decrease the amounts, if they increase the amounts in any way, shape, or form, and or don't touch anything, yeah, then I think it'll be good. Then I think maybe I can. It really depends if 4.3 is an August patch, or if it's an August patch, or if it's a September patch. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, I don't think I have much else to say. That being said, I do recommend, well, okay, I mean, like, do I recommend picking your favorite, or just picking Hurston? I recommend going with your favorite. Try maxing out everyone. It depends on where your priorities are at. Maybe I'll max out R-Corp, and then I'll max out Hurston. But I do want to try and get at least the second tier, because I do want to get the outfits. I do want to get the armors. The backpack is... I was going to change my jumpsuit at Arc L1, and I forgot to, because I wanted my undersuit at least to match my backpack. Goddamn. That's fine. Yeah, so... yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say. If you're watching this when it comes out, I stream Star Citizen on Sundays, or at least try to. For the foreseeable future, as long as Resource Drive is running, I'm probably going to try and stream it every Wednesday. To get that sweet, sweet grinding in. And, yeah. Yeah, twitch.tv/Rylu. Stream a bunch of other things as well. Until then... Oh, and my referral code is in. If I've convinced you to check out Star Citizen, it's good, I promise, but it's also bad sometimes. My referral code is in the description. Until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.